The opposition APNU has described Health Minister Dr. Barry Ramsaran's two-day probe into government drug purchases as a joke. And the APNU intends to move to the National Assembly with a motion to have the President urgently put in place an independent commission of inquiry with full investigatory powers that will look into the procurement of drugs. APNU Member of Parliament Dr. George Norton said the Health Minister may not be too forthcoming.
The member of his party, as a member of the Minister of Health's party, and we're talking about the former Speaker, who is calling for international agencies to investigate corruption here in this country. And here it is, this minister sit down probably in his office, a local who has been there before, because he's not like coming on, he was in the Ministry of Health before. So whatever corruption, whatever shady business is taking place, he's quite aware of it. And in 1 day or in 2 days, he's coming to the media and say that, well, I did an investigation. When a senior to him is saying, you got to bring in the Carter Center, or you have to bring in the United Nations to do a proper investigation, because corruption has become a monster and is engulfing all of us. So, you know, that is a joke.
Well, basically, the APNU has stated that they are going to use the National Assembly through a motion to have the President put in place an investigation commission to look at drugs, particularly with the Ghana Pharmaceutical Corporation.
Health Minister Dr. Barry Ramsaran on Wednesday released the findings of his own investigation following media reports that the government was paying way more for a number of pharmaceutical supplies and drugs than the actual costs. He said based on his probe that was not so. The APNU is not buying that and said it needs to be remembered that the health minister now was the junior health minister when many of the questionable purchases were made.
I hope that the minister will publish his report. Or, as a matter of fact, I hope that the minister would not only publish it, but that he would lay that report in the National Assembly.
The company at the center of the investigations, the New Guyana Pharmaceutical Corporation, has denied any price gouging. The company applies for contracts like any other company and offers its prices, officials say. And it's up to the buyer, in this case the government, whether it accepts those prices or not. Hundreds of millions of dollars are spent every year on drug purchases. Yet there is always concern about the availability of the same drugs at the public hospitals.